Imagine it is 3:47 in the morning. You are standing in a parking lot. It is November. It is cold. There are 400 people in line ahead of you. And behind you, the line stretches so far back you cannot see where it ends. You have been here since midnight. You skipped sleep. You left Thanksgiving dinner early because today is Black Friday, and the deal you came for is real. A 70-inch television, originally $1,400. Today only $599. You did the math. That is a saving of over $800. That is not a deal. That is a gift. And when those doors open and you get to the front and you claim your television, you are going to feel something genuinely powerful, the feeling of winning. But here is what nobody in that line is going to tell you. The television you just bought for $599. 3 weeks ago, before the Black Friday promotion was announced, it was already selling for $599. The $1,400 original price never existed in the real market. It was placed there specifically so that today's price would feel like a victory. You did not win Black Friday. Black Friday won you. But here is what makes this more than just a story about a fake price tag, because that television discount is only one layer of a system with 5 distinct mechanisms, each one more deliberately engineered than the last. To understand how this system was built, we need to go back to where Black Friday actually came from. And the real origin story is not the one retailers want you to know. The term Black Friday did not start as a celebration of shopping. It started in Philadelphia in the 1960s as a description of a problem. Philadelphia police used the phrase to describe the day after Thanksgiving, when enormous crowds flooded the city ahead of the annual Army-Navy football game. Traffic jams, overcrowded stores, and overwhelmed officers. Black Friday was a warning, not a party. The retail industry did not claim the phrase until the 1980s. And the story they built around it, that it was the day retailers finally moved from the red into the black, turning annual losses into profit, is almost certainly a myth constructed after the fact to give the day a commercial narrative. Retail historians have found no credible evidence that this red-to-black explanation existed before the late 1980s, well after the phrase was already in widespread use. The retail industry did not discover Black Friday. It manufactured it. And once it understood what it had, a single day when millions of Americans were psychologically primed to spend money before the Christmas season, the retail industry began engineering that day with extraordinary precision. The result is the most sophisticated mass consumer psychology operation in commercial history, and it runs on 5 distinct mechanisms. Let us go through all 5. The first mechanism, and the most important one to understand, is pre-event price inflation. 6 to 8 weeks before Black Friday, a retailer selects the products it wants to feature as headline deals. It then raises the listed price of those products, sometimes dramatically, to establish a new inflated original price. On Black Friday, the product is marked down from that inflated price to a price that may be identical to what it was selling for before the inflation began. The saving is manufactured, but the number on the price tag looks real. This is not speculation. Consumer research organizations in both the United Kingdom and the United States have tracked Black Friday pricing over multiple years and consistently found that the majority of so-called Black Friday deals were available at the same, or lower price at some other point during the year. This strategy works because of a well-documented economic principle: price anchoring. When a consumer sees a product marked at $1,400 with a red line through it and $599 beneath it, the $1,400 becomes the anchor, the reference point against which everything else is measured. The brain does not ask, is $599 a fair price for this television? It asks, is $599 less than $1,400? The answer is yes. And that yes is all the retailer needs. The price anchoring is mechanism 1, but it is also the most visible mechanism, the one that researchers and journalists write about most often. The 4 mechanisms underneath it are more subtle. and collectively they are more powerful. The next one, the doorbuster strategy, is the reason people line up in a parking lot at 4 a.m. And the economics behind it will change how you think about every sale you have ever attended. A doorbuster is a product offered at a genuinely significant discount, sometimes at or near cost, for a severely limited quantity. And unlike the price-anchored television, the doorbuster deal is often real. The discount is genuine. The product is good. The price is legitimately the lowest you will find it. So why would a retailer sell a product at or below cost? Because the doorbuster is not designed to make money. It is designed to make you. Specifically, it is designed to put you inside the store, at peak buying intent, physically present, emotionally activated by winning, surrounded by thousands of products at normal margins. Behavioral economists call this the halo effect. When you successfully claim a doorbuster, you feel like a smart shopper, someone who knows how to find a deal. And that identity, as a deal winner, is one of the strongest triggers for subsequent spending in a retail environment. You came for the television. Now you are buying the cables, the warranty, the streaming stick, and the speaker system you never planned to buy. The television cost the retailer almost nothing. The accessories and impulse purchases around it are where the profit is made. And the most sophisticated retailers have engineered this flow so precisely that they can predict, within a percentage point or two, exactly how much additional spending each doorbuster customer will generate. The door is not the destination. It is the beginning of a carefully designed spending journey. Here is where I need to stop and make this personal. Because everything we have covered, the fake price tags, the doorbuster psychology, works on almost everyone, including people who know the system exists. The research on this is genuinely uncomfortable, and the data we are about to look at directly answers one question. Exactly what percentage of Black Friday deals are actually real? In 2002, behavioral economist Daniel Kahneman won the Nobel Prize in Economics for his work on how human beings actually make decisions. His central finding was both simple and devastating. Humans are not rational economic actors. We do not objectively weigh costs and benefits and choose the most advantageous option. We make decisions based on how information is framed, how it feels in the moment, and what reference points are available to us at the moment of choice. Black Friday is not a shopping event. It is a behavioral economics experiment conducted on the entire American consumer population simultaneously. The National Retail Federation has estimated that more than 196 million Americans shop over the Thanksgiving weekend, with average spending per person running into hundreds of dollars. But here is the number that tells the real story. Research consistently shows that the majority of Black Friday shoppers, in some studies exceeding 70%, report buying items they had not planned to purchase when they arrived. Unplanned purchases. Which means the majority of Black Friday spending is not need-driven, not price-driven, and not value-driven. It is environment-driven. The crowds, the noise, the countdowns, the limited-time announcements, the physical experience of hundreds of other people grabbing products. All of it is engineered to override deliberate, rational decision-making and replace it with urgency-driven impulse response. Retailers know this. They design for it. The layout of a Black Friday store is measurably different from that same store on a normal Saturday. Products are repositioned, queue systems are altered, lighting is intensified, price signage is enlarged, countdown clocks appear above displays. Every element of the environment communicates one message: you must decide now. And there is a second data point that is even more uncomfortable. Multiple independent analyses tracking hundreds of products from October through January have found that roughly only 1 in 4 Black Friday deals represents the genuine lowest price of the year for that product. 3 out of 4 Black Friday deals are available at the same price or cheaper at some other point in the year, usually in December, often in January, sometimes the very next week. Now, before we go any further, I want to be completely clear about something. This video is not telling you to skip Black Friday. That would be the wrong conclusion, because inside all of this manufactured scarcity and engineered psychology, there are genuine deals, real discounts. Products at prices you will not see again until next November. The question is not whether real Black Friday deals exist. The question is how to find them. That system is coming in the next few minutes. But first, we need to talk about how the internet made all of this more complex. For the first 3 decades of Black Friday's commercial existence, the event was defined by physical retail. You had to be in the store. You had to be early. The deal was constrained by geography and time. Then e-commerce arrived, and Black Friday became something far more complex. Amazon's Prime Day, launched in 2015, was the first major signal that the retail industry understood it could manufacture urgency without a single physical store. Prime Day was invented from nothing. There was no historical basis for it. Amazon simply announced, on this day, deals exist. And hundreds of millions of consumers responded exactly as the behavioral economics predicted they would.
Today, Black Friday is no longer a day. It is a season. Retailers begin Black Friday promotions in early October. The event extends through Cyber Monday and frequently into mid-December. What was once a single, concentrated 24-hour pressure period has been stretched across 8 to 10 weeks, multiplying the consumer decision points and the cumulative exposure to urgency-driven pricing. And the online environment adds one final mechanism that physical retail could never deploy at scale: dynamic pricing. During the Black Friday season, prices on Amazon fluctuate dramatically, sometimes multiple times per day on the same product. This creates a specific form of consumer confusion. The deal you see at 9 a.m. may be gone by noon, replaced by a higher price, then reappear at 6 p.m. at a slightly different number. The consumer cannot determine whether the price they are seeing is a genuine discount, a temporary markdown, or the product's normal price relabeled as a Black Friday deal. That confusion is not an accident. It is the environment dynamic pricing creates by design. So here is the question this entire video has been building toward. If Black Friday pricing is manipulated, if 3 and 4 deals are not the lowest price of the year, if the online environment is deliberately confusing, is there a way to actually win? Yes, there is. And it requires exactly one thing: doing your research before Black Friday, not during it. Here is the complete 5-strategy system. The consumers who win Black Friday do not shop differently on the day itself. They prepare differently in the 6 weeks before it. Here is the complete system. Strategy 1. Build your list in September, before the inflation begins. Identify the specific products you want, not categories, specific models. Make, model, screen size, release year. Once you have a specific product, you have a price history. And price history is the only reliable way to evaluate whether a Black Friday deal is real. Use Camel for Amazon products. Use Google Shopping's price history graph for everything else. If the Black Friday price sits below the product's 6-month average, the deal is real. If the Black Friday price matches or exceeds the average, it is not. This research takes approximately 10 minutes per product. It is the 10 minutes that separates the consumers who win Black Friday from the consumers Black Friday wins.
The 72-hour rule. For everything not on your list. Do not buy anything on Black Friday itself that was not on your pre-built list. Everything else, wait 72 hours. Research consistently shows the majority of impulse purchases made during Black Friday are regretted within 1 week. The 72-hour rule is a forced cooling period that removes the environmental urgency from the decision entirely. If you still want the product after 72 hours and the price is still available, buy it. In most cases, it will still be there, because most Black Friday deals are not genuinely limited. The January reset. For non-priority items. For products that catch your attention during the Black Friday season but are not on your priority list, wait until January. Post-holiday inventory clearance in January consistently produces lower prices on electronics, appliances, clothing, and home goods than any Black Friday promotion, without the urgency engineering, without the manufactured scarcity, without the crowds. The same product, often at a deeper genuine discount, available to the consumer who waited 8 weeks. The Doorbuster play, reversed. If you want to benefit from a genuine Doorbuster deal without the psychological environment designed to make you overspend around it, enter with a written list. Claim the Doorbuster. Go directly to the checkout. Leave. Do not browse. Do not walk the floor. Do not respond to any in-store promotion that was not on your list before you arrived. The doorbuster is real. The store design around it is working against you. Separate the two, and the doorbuster becomes exactly what it appears to be. A real deal. Stack the cash back on every genuine deal you make. For any purchase you confirm as a genuine deal using price history research, activate cashback before checkout. Rakuten and Capital One Shopping both offer elevated cashback rates during the Black Friday promotional period, often 2 to 3 times their standard rate. Combined with confirmed price history tracking, cashback stacking on a real Black Friday deal is the single highest value consumer action available during the entire year. Price research plus verified discount plus elevated cashback is the complete Black Friday stack. Black Friday is not a shopping day. It is a behavioral economics system built over 6 decades, refined every year, and deployed on the entire American consumer population simultaneously. That system does contain real deals, but finding them requires understanding how the system works. You now understand how it works, and that understanding is worth more than any discount you will find in a parking lot at 4 a.m. Next week on Price Decoded, we are decoding Aldi, how one German grocery store manages to sell products at prices no American competitor can match, and why their business model is one of the most instructive economic stories in modern retail. Newsletter link is in the description. New video delivered to your inbox before it goes live. And if this changed how you are going to approach the next Black Friday, subscribe, because there is a lot more to decode.